What is the difference between doTERRA and Eden's Garden essential oils? Which one's better? Well, I'm going to cover just a little bit about that in an overview. So stay tuned and don't go anywhere. Hey, this is Lance McGowan with Essential Oils Me. And when it comes to doTERRA and it comes to Eden's Garden, there's a lot of people out there that are fans of one, don't know of the other, or they're fans of both, or they don't know anything about either. And so I just wanted to provide a just brief overview of both companies and kind of compare them a little bit more apples to apples with regards to what they offer and the top 6 factors to consider. So I'm going to cover that in the next section.
Hey, this is Lance McGowan with Essential Oils Me, and today I'm going to do a doTERRA versus Eden's Garden essential oil kind of overview, and there's some key factors to consider when looking at both companies. And so I'm kind of going to break down the main things right here. So the first thing to look at is service. So does the company provide you with free education and personalized support? With doTERRA, that's a yes. You definitely want to work with somebody that you know, like, and trust. I do offer a lot of education on YouTube. This is just kind of one example, but at the end of the day, yes, lots of free education on the website through a number of different mediums, through social media. And then we look at Eden's Garden. It's got a half of a check mark because, yes, they do offer actually some pretty good education on their website at edensgarden.com with regards to what are essential oils, how to use them, and a number of other things. I would say a decent amount compared to other websites. But the personalized support would not be there unless you call their customer support, which is typically, for like returns and issues, as I call it. But that is, you always want to work with somebody you know, like, and trust with regards to understanding benefits and uses and really help walking you along in your journey. They do have 2 different business models, which I'll kind of talk about a little bit later. But yes, that is kind of what we have so far. The next thing to keep in mind is quality. So you want to know that the oils that you're getting are third-party tested for purity and safety. So doTERRA, that is a yes. There's CPTG, which stands for Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade, and you can actually get more information on the Source to You website and also the Co-Impact Sourcing website as well. Lots of information there. Eden's Garden, they get a kind of like a fourth of a check mark because they do some testing with regards to GCMS, but it's only upon request. And so it's not really as upfront and transparent with regards to what they are doing and what you can actually get from a quality standpoint. And so that is kind of why that got that rating. When you look at quality again, because quality is very important, because quality determines how you get your results and how consistent those results are. The essential oils are approved for internal use. Now with doTERRA, the vast majority of the oils are approved for internal use, and you can tell that with the supplement facts on the bottle. That's kind of the easiest way to tell. And then if they have like a special cap, that's like the childproof cap, it's not approved for internal use. And the ones that aren't approved for internal use, which is a number of them, but the vast majority of the oils actually are. So that's what's good. When you look at the same types of oils, like whether it's lemon oil or peppermint oil or lavender oil, and you kind of try to look apples to apples with regards to what Eden's Garden has, their oils are not approved for internal use. And then typically when companies say that, they usually have like, only do it under the supervision of an aromatherapist or consult with your healthcare professional, kind of like, some disclaimers. And for me, that's kind of a watch out. Like if something is completely natural and it comes from a plant, yes, it is concentrated, it is potent, right? But it is at the same time should be natural. So if it is like lemon, it's like I could go squeeze the rind of a lemon and get some oil, or I can, use an oil bottle. It's a lot easier. For me, that's just kind of something to keep in mind. All right, the next thing is quality again, because quality is something that doTERRA definitely prides themselves on as well, and what I believe sets them apart in a lot of regards. And so, with regards to this, verifiable batch number on the bottle. So, on the bottom of doTERRA's bottles, there's a little white number, and that number you can go to sourcetoyou.com, and there's like a drop down menu for GCMS testing, so you can see what's in that bottle. Now, to read that chart, you kind of have to be like a chemist or a chemistry major, but you can at least see the chemical constituents in there, and then they identify that with kind of like the ideal plant profile to give you, hey, here's how our oils are doing. Eden's Garden does not have that option available on their bottles. And so it's one thing to say, hey, we test. It's one thing to say we have our own type of testing procedure, but it's another thing to be able to verify that testing and get those results. And so for me, that creates a lot of transparency with regards to doTERRA, and that they are focused on quality, and they spend a lot of money on those third-party testing to get those done. And so that is, for me, hey, you're investing your money wisely when you can continue to focus on quality. And that's why that gets, three little rows here, because quality is super important. All right, the next one is price, because people think about that a lot. You worked hard for your money, or you got it, and it's important that you get a good return on your investment. All right, so with regards to retail and wholesale options available, now the reason why this is important is because you want to be able to get some type of savings. And every essential oil company usually offers some type of option like this. It just depends who you are. And what I mean by that is retail is usually just offered to anybody who just wants to get the oils. Wholesale is typically only for like brick and mortars, but with doTERRA, you can become a wholesale customer or a wellness advocate. And most people become wholesale customers where they just get the oils at a discount, 25 to 55% off over time. And then you can also get your shipping reimbursed, and you can also get a free product of the month. So you can get a lot of free stuff, kind of like a, and so those options are available. And you can also earn part-time or full-time income as well, which is, Eden's Garden gets a half a check mark because they just offer the retail option. But and then I'll go into a little bit more detail, but they actually have on their website, they say voted number one non-MLM essential oil company, which is really interesting for me because it's almost like saying, MLMs are bad. But actually, it just really depends on the company, the products, and the person that you're working with, to be quite frank. And I believe that, a company that's focused on product education and is focusing on helping you with your health is really the best option. And then when you look at, like, I went to their website, and when I was comparing the oils, it's really funny. Like on their website, it's like, hey, we are voted the number one non-MLM company, but yet when you look at the comparison chart for their Eden's Gardens blends to another company's blends, I wonder whose company that they used to compare to. Out of all the other essential oil companies out there that they could have compared quality to, who did they choose? Who do you think? They chose doTERRA. That's right. They chose doTERRA. Good guess. They didn't choose Young Living. They didn't choose, all the other essential oil companies I've mentioned, that could have been a very viable spot, but they chose doTERRA. Now, I don't know why they did that, but, we can only guess that it was for a good, quality comparison. So that was interesting to me to see that, because one of the main people that are very, very, much for Eden's Garden say, we are a non-MLM, and we don't overhype our prices and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like, well, if you only offer retail and it is a cheaper retail product, but you don't really see that, hey, you can actually get a lot of savings with doTERRA, and your company is comparing themselves to doTERRA. They don't compare themselves to Joe Schmo essential oils. They compare themselves to one of the best quality oils that I've been able to find. All right, the next last thing here is price. So the loyalty rewards program, is there some type of program available? With doTERRA, yes. So that kind of ties into the wholesale customer or wellness advocate, the previous one. But yeah, you can save 25 to 55% off your oils. You get lots of savings, and so for me, I get 55% off, and it's great. It's like I'm my own Costco, but I'm not. I'm like online, but I'm with the oils, and I can kind of go into my store, and then I can just order what I need for my own health, and other people can just get a discount as a customer, or they can get a discount as their own mini online Costco for essential oils too, if they want to do that. But they don't have to, right? It's just whatever you want to do based on what your needs are and what your goals are. Eden's Garden offers a very limited version of that, I would say. They have what's called aroma notes, and you can earn notes every time you buy on edensgarden.com, then redeem towards your purchase. And I kind of tried to break down their aroma notes a little bit, and like, you get started on like this basic path where it's like one note per $1, and then after you spend like, I think it's $5,000 worth of stuff, then you can basically have, like, every dollar you spent counts towards two notes. Okay, I'm not trying to confuse you because that's like, I feel like a whole nother, I mean, you can go on their website and check it out. But basically, when I looked at it, I gave them a fourth of a check mark on this one because you weren't able to save as much as you save with doTERRA. And then some people are like, well, Eden's Garden is cheaper than doTERRA, so therefore, but still, like, you're saving less than 10%, like, when you hit the max with regards to Eden's Garden and all the rebates that you can get. And you have to spend a significant amount to get those additional, savings. And so with doTERRA, you don't have to do that. And doTERRA, I mean, a lot of people think doTERRA has high price essential oils, but when you look at like a lot of the single oils and a lot of other stuff, they're really not. And then when you add in the loyalty rewards program, I mean, they can become one of the most affordable oils out there that I've found. And so I always try to look at, I start with lemon, and I look at lemon because that is just kind of a baseline oil, and I just compare doTERRA's lemon and Eden's Garden's lemon from a price standpoint, and then what is available. So that is kind of that. And so when you kind of add them all up, based on what I have found with doTERRA, I would give them 6 check marks. And then with Eden's Garden, if you add this up, I'm trying to do my math right now, you got like 1.5 check marks. So is that, and based on these criteria. And for me, I believe that these are some of the most important factors to consider because they will help kind of overcome some of these mental hurdles that we have with regards to companies and their business models and stuff like that, and really just focus on service, quality, and price. And that's really what it should be about at the end of the day, with service being the number one thing. I believe quality being the second most important thing, and then price, although it is important, I believe it should be the last thing you really think about compared to the first two. But a lot of times people have that inversed where they just focus on the price and they don't think about the service or the quality. And that for me, I think is a common thing that people do, but I believe you should focus on service number one.
doTERRA offers a number of different benefits when it comes to service, quality, as well as price. And for me, it's important to kind of understand the priority of those. And, at the end of the day, everyone's going to have different priorities. For some people, price is going to be, more of the thing that they focus on. For other people, it's going to be quality. And for me, it's service. And so it's just really thinking about that. I mean, I like being able to develop a relationship with somebody that I can see, whether it's video or in person, that I can talk to, that I know that is more than just the customer service line, right? I want to learn to know, like, and trust who I'm going to be purchasing from. And that is really important because we are relational beings, we are social beings, and it's important to have those people in our life that can help walk us alongside in our wellness journey. And for me, I value that tremendously. And for those that do value that and can find somebody that they know, like, and trust, then this hopefully is a good overview. And I have other videos that compare companies as well to doTERRA, so you can get just a kind of brief overview of how it all works, and then you can check out both websites and then make an educated decision in the future, or continue to make an educated decision if you have already done so, and then really just take your health from where it is to where you want to be. Well, that concludes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click the subscribe button so you can watch more video updates, or click one of the links in the description box below to continue to get your learn on.